YNW MELLY's sister speaks on case, IG Live. After facing a long 3 years behind bars, YNW MELLY's case is finally coming to the end, and his sister has a lot to say about the topic. It's interesting to hear what Melly's own family would say about him and this unfortunate case. For today's video, we'll be diving deeper into YNW MELLY's sister's thoughts on his case. She recently took to Instagram to express her thoughts, and after some time of her reaction marinating on the internet, it managed to go viral and has everybody that's seen the footage shocked. Be sure to stay tuned and watch this video until the end as we dive into things one detail at a time. Before we jump into this video, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and comment keyword FreeMelly to enter a chance of winning our brand new iPhone giveaway. We post daily celebrity updates and news that you really should know about if you're a fan. YNW MELLY's case is finally coming to an end, and it seems a lot of people are super shocked by the outcome. One of those people being YNW MELLY's very own sister. Melly and his sister were never really close to each other. They grew up in different households and barely ever spent any time together growing up. It sounds surprising, but Melly and his older sister don't get along at all. The last time they ever talked to each other was years ago, and she's done a good job at keeping quiet about YNW MELLY and his hard-fought case. That is, until just recently. Melly's case is finally coming to an end, and his sister took to her Instagram Live to express how she feels about this whole situation. I gotta be honest, her reaction is actually very sad and hard to watch. She gets deep into detail about what she thinks about Melly's case, and it's actually very interesting and informal. YNW MELLY has been fighting these charges for 3 long years now, and it hasn't been very pleasant for him at all. The young man has been locked up behind bars and barely gets any time during his day to go outside. Melly is a well-known celebrity, so he does get the privilege of kind of being separated from all the other prisoners, but that doesn't really make things any better for him. What's most unfortunate about Melly's situation is that he was just starting to make a name for himself in the music industry. Melly managed to work with artists as big as Kanye West before getting locked up. He also created multiple viral songs and grew a pretty big loyal fan base. Melly is from Gifford, Florida. He's the first big name in the music industry based out of the city. 3 years ago, Melly and his friends were involved in a drive-by, and 2 of his friends lost their lives. Well, Melly and his legal team claimed that it was a drive-by, but it said that Melly and his friend YNW Portland set up their 2 other friends. It sounds unbelievable at first. I mean, what type of evil people would do that, right? But as law enforcement started to look deeper into the case, the pieces started to fall together. The more law enforcement investigated, the more YNW MELLY started to look guilty of setting up his friends. There was too much evidence proving that Melly was guilty, so him and his friend YNW Portland were both sentenced to life in prison. Ever since then, YNW MELLY has been locked up and hasn't been able to create any new music for his fans. But the good news is, his team didn't give up on him. They figured that there was no way they can prove that the drive-by wasn't set up. But what they can prove is Melly didn't take part in the setup, and it was actually his friend YNW Portland who is guilty. At first, this argument was hard to defend because people started to wonder, why didn't Portland take Melly's life as well? It's said that Portland gave Melly the chance to flee before he took action and took his 2 friends' lives. At first, it seemed like the story was Melly and Portland set this up, but after diving deeper into the case, it looks like it was only Portland who planned this. Law enforcement was able to track YNW MELLY's phone the day this all happened, and they saw his location move away from the crime scene as soon as it happened. From their perspective, it looked like Melly was running away from the scene he just took part in. But the truth is, Melly was running for his life. Portland gave him the opportunity to run for his life for some reason, and Melly took it. I don't blame him. What was he supposed to do, stick around? I understand that it looks like Melly is guilty, but his legal team is in a pretty good position and may seriously be able to prove his innocence during Melly's next trial. YNW Portland will obviously be there, and most of the case depends on what he has to say about Melly. I mean, the man already took both his friends' lives. I don't see him screwing Melly over being hard for it. I wonder if that was a part of his plan this whole time. Because if Melly happens to be proven guilty, he will definitely be facing a life sentence. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out. For more info and news about YNW MELLY and this case, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We post daily celebrity videos and updates that you really should know about if you're a fan. Thanks for stopping by and visiting Lime Report. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, and comment keyword FreeMelly to enter a chance of winning our brand new iPhone giveaway. See you next time.